Welcome to this practice. This has been put together as a simple everyday practice that if you want something that you can just get up and step into, this may be perfect for you. So today, going through it, I'm going to go through it very slowly and explain. And then next time I record it, I'll do it without the explanation so that once you're used to it, you can go for the one that's got less cues and you can just enjoy being tuned into yourself and your practice. So start just by softening or closing your eyes, arriving in this space and bringing awareness to your body, your breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. Notice the speed and depth of your breath. Observe it with curiosity and the question, do you need to shift it in any way? Do you need to deepen it or slow it? Just notice your breath. I invite you to come and lie on the mat, stretching out your legs. Arms down by your sides, palms upwards, if that's comfortable for you. And scan your body. Start at the feet. Notice the contact with the mat and any sensations in each part of your body. Up the lower leg, the upper legs, through the hips, the belly and chest, the length of the spine, the shoulders, the upper arms, the lower arms and the hands, up into your neck and your head. Notice how you feel today. And notice where you need to bring more self-care, compassion, kindness into your body. Notice if you're holding tension and see if you can soften. Take an inhale and soften with the exhale. Just bring the knees into the chest, Apanasana, also known as wind relieving pose. Hands just on the knees and gently rock a little side to side. We'll have a little twist, so take the knees to the right, reach the left arm out to the left, stretching the arms across the body in that T position and taking your gaze left. I do like to have a supine twist at the beginning of the practice because lying down you've got no load on the spine. Come back to center and take the knees left. Sweeping the right arm out and taking your gaze with it. Come back to center again. Hands behind the knees. A little rock and roll. Come up through seated to tabletop. Remembering in tabletop that the knees are hip width apart, knees are under hips. Wrists are under elbows, under shoulders, and you're pushing into your fingertips, not just at the wrist itself, and under the knuckle of the index finger and thumb. Some cat-cow. So tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, lift through the chest and lift the gaze. Tilt the pelvis round through the spine, chin to chest. Tilt the pelvis, drop the belly and lift. Tilt, round, chin to chest. One more of each. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And come back to neutral. Take a balancing table here. So reach out the right arm and the left leg. Then bring elbow to knee. Reach out elbow to knee. Reach out, elbow to knee. Reach out and release. Notice how it feels. Swap sides, left arm, right leg. Reach out, elbow to knee. Reach out, elbow to knee. Reach out, elbow to knee. Reach out and release. Inhale forward slightly, round down and back to child's pose. Inhale forwards, round down and back. Inhale forwards, round down and back. And pause. Coming back to tabletop. Take the hands forward slightly, tuck the toes, hover the knees, send the sit bones back, then up, coming into your first downward facing dog. Bending the knees as much as you need, then allowing the heels to sink towards the mat. But it doesn't matter how far away they are. Remember, you want length in the spine. Your ears are framed by your arms in your downward dog. Maybe pedal one foot, then the other. Notice the shifts in sensation and find a stationary dog. Then walk the toes to the hands and the hands to the toes. Generously bend the knees and rise all the way up and release into your mountain pose, Tadasana. So, coming to the top of the mat. You may wish to have blocks or books to put your hands on, but you don't have to. Starting with the feet, either closer together so the toes touch, or hip width apart. I find it more comfortable hip width apart. Lift the toes, spread them wide, place them back down on the mat and rock and find your mountain. Engaging the quads a little, so lifting the kneecaps. Strong through the body, don't slump into your mountain. Shoulders away from the ears. Tadasana. Feel the energy rooting down to the earth and up through the body and out of the crown of the head. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up, gentle back bend. Engaging the glutes a little bit and pushing the hips forward. Exhale, softening the knees or bending them, coming into a deep forward fold. Here, you may wish to use blocks on any height that you need. From your deep forward fold, next inhale, come to a halfway lift. So lengthening through the spine, hands can come to the lower legs, even to the thighs, or simply up onto the fingertips. Find the point that's right for you. On the next exhale, take the hands back down to the mat and step the right leg back, dropping the right knee. You can untuck the toes if you wish. Rise up, low lunge. And breathe. Notice the sensations as you sink the hips towards the mat. Then release the hands, tuck the toes of the right foot and step the left foot back to join it, coming into a plank. Pushing the mat away. Feel the energy through the heels and pushing through the top of the spine and breathe. You can drop the knees here into half plank, shift forwards, keep the elbows tucked in and lower down to the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale to a cobra. And on the next exhale, push back, tucking the toes, sending the sit bones back and up coming into downward facing dog. And breathe. Notice. Step the right leg forward. Doesn't matter how it gets there. Drop the left knee. Untuck the toes if you wish. Rise up. Low lunge. Release the hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes and step that left foot forward. Come into a halfway lift again, lengthening through the spine. Next, exhale, sink into a deep forward fold. Then generously bend the knees. Rise up, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Gentle back bend, extended mountain. Take the hands back down to heart center. Coming back to Tadasana. We'll repeat that with the left foot leading. So sweep the hands wide, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up, gentle back bend. Soften the knees, exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. Hands to the mat, left foot leads, stepping back. Drop the knee, untuck the toes if you wish. Rise up, low lunge. And breathe. Release the hands, tuck the back toes and step the right foot back to join, coming into your plank. Drop the knees, shift forwards and lower down to the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Next, inhale, cobra. Exhale, push back, tuck the toes, sit bones back, then up, downward facing dog. And breathe. Left foot still leading, so left foot steps through. Drop the right knee, untuck if you wish. Rise up, low lunge. Release the hands, tuck the toes, step that right foot forward, come into a halfway lift. And exhale, deep forward fold. On the next inhale, generously bend the knees, rise up, sweep the arms, extended mountain, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release, back to Tadasana. Just pause. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice your body. From our mountain, step the legs out, setting up for warrior two. Turn out the left foot to the short edge, bring the right foot in, hips are forwards. Take a hug. Sweep out, warrior two. Take a hug and release. Sweep out, warrior two. Shift a little, straighten and turn into Trikonasana, triangle. Remembering to keep those ribs spiraled open. This is a side bend, so be gentle. And breathe. Generously bend the knee and come back. Warrior two. Release the arms, swap to the other side. Right toes to the short edge, left toes come in, take a hug. Sweep out, warrior two. Check your knee isn't dropping in or out and the knee is above the ankle, or the leg doesn't have to be that bent, but you don't want it going over the ankle. Release and hug. Warrior two. Shift a little. Straighten and turn, Trikonasana, triangle. Generously bend the knee and rise back. Warrior Two. Release the arms, feet forwards, soften the knees, hands to the hips if that's comfortable, and come into a wide-legged forward fold. And breathe. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Walk the feet in. Generously bend the knees again and sweep the arms up, coming back to mountain pose. Turn to the short edge on the left side. Left foot forward, right foot back, right toes pointing at about 45 degrees, or even to the top corner of the mat. Hips are towards that short edge. Raise the arms as you inhale, bending that front knee. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. The back leg is strong. Release. And again. Warrior One. And release. Last one. Inhale, rise. Warrior One. Feel into this pose. Feel the strength of your warrior. And breathe. Release. Turn the legs, swapping to the other side. So right foot is forward, left foot is back, but toes are pointed out. Hips are towards that short edge. Sweep up. Warrior One. Release. The back leg is strong. Warrior One. One more. Sweep up. Warrior One. And breathe. And notice how you feel in your warrior. And release. Come to the center, have a little shimmy, have a little shake. Pause and notice how you feel. We'll take a balance here, so we'll have a tree. Shift the weight into the right foot. Externally rotate the left. Bring the left heel to the right ankle. That may be your tree. Or take the foot higher to the lower leg, to the inside of the calf. Not the knee, but you can take it higher still to the thigh if you wish. Find your arm position. Find your drishti, the point to stare at, to focus on, to help with your concentration. Maybe grow your branches. And breathe. Be strong in your tree. Feel the earth rooting through you and you rooting down into the earth. And it's okay to wobble. And release. Pause. Notice. And swap sides. Shift the weight. Turn. Find your tree. Find your drishti, find your tree. Choose your leg position, avoiding the knee. And find your hand position. And breathe. Notice the sensations in each side of the body and how they differ. And release. Pause and notice. Turning to the front of the mat, soften the knees, reach the arms up, coming back into a deep forward fold, and step the legs back, one at a time, coming back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Lower to a plank again, and then simply drop to the knees and come to seated. Stretching the legs out in front of you. Bend the right leg, keeping the left leg stretched out, and turn the body towards that left leg. Keep the foot flexed. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale as you hinge at the hips, just as far as is right for you, and soften. And breathe. Inhale, sweep the arms back up and release. Swap sides. Stretch the right leg out, bring the left foot in. Turn the body to that right leg, flexing the foot. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and hinge at the hips and soften. And breathe. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Stretch both legs out in your staff pose. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding just as far as is right for you. Don't lock the knees. It doesn't matter if they're bent. And breathe. Inhale and rise up and lengthen. Exhale and release. Take a seated twist here. Lord of the Fishes. Stretch both legs out. Bend the left knee. Left over right, your choice with the lower leg. Either keep it stretched out or bend that knee. Make sure you're evenly seated on your sit bones. And this foot is flat on the floor. Inhale, lift the right hand, lengthening through the arm. Exhale and wrap it around that left leg. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, take it behind. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. And breathe. Release the head. Release the left arm. Release the right and have a little counter twist. And swap sides. Have a little shake in the middle. Bending the right knee. Right foot over left leg. Your choice with the lower leg. Inhale, lift the left hand, lengthening through the arm. Exhale and wrap. Inhale and lengthen through the right arm. Exhale and place the hand behind you. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. And breathe. Release the head. Release the right arm, release the left, have a little counter twist, and come back to center to release. Come to tabletop for a pigeon, taking great care of your knees. Right knee to right wrist, taking that right foot across the mat. If that's right for you, it's okay if it doesn't move very much. The more it comes across the mat, the more you need to flex that foot to protect the knee. Left knee as far back as is right for you. And if your right hip is dangling in midair, place a cushion or block under it. Inhale and lift through the chest. Exhale and lower. Coming into your sleeping pigeon. And breathe. Be aware of the shifts in sensation. And always find the point that's right for you. It's not about finding the maximum sensation. It's observing the smallest of shifts. And breathe. To release, simply roll onto that right hip and come back to tabletop. To do that on the other side. So left knee to left wrist, left lower leg where is right for you. Take the right knee back as far as is right for you. Lift through the chest and lower onto the forearms into your sleeping pigeon. And breathe. Again, tuning in to the shifts in sensations that you can feel and compare how it felt in one hip to the other and the rest of your body on one side and the other. To release, just roll onto that left hip and come down to lying on the mat. Bring the knees back into the chest and rock side to side. Take the feet flat and as close to the body as you can for a dynamic bridge. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, lift the hips. Exhale, release. Inhale and lift. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale and lift. Keep the hips in the air, but release the arms down. You can take your shoulders closer together, pulling the shoulder blades together under your back, and interlace the fingers if you wish. Still trying to lift the hips in your bridge. And breathe. And release. Knees back into the chest. And just take some intuitive movements, whatever your body needs right now. And lengthen, stretching out the legs, arms down by your side for Shavasana, guided relaxation. Take your attention to your right hand. Notice the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger. Notice the palm and the back of the hand. Be aware of the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the right shoulder. Allow your attention to move across the body to the left shoulder and all the way down to the left hand. Notice the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger. Notice the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. Be aware of the wrist. Be aware of the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, and the shoulder. Be aware of both arms. Take your attention to your right foot. Notice the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the little toe. Notice the sole of the foot and the top of the foot, the heel and the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the thigh, and the right hip. Take your attention to your left foot. Notice the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe and the little toe. Notice the sole of the foot and the top of the foot. Be aware of the heel, the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the thigh and the hip. Be aware of both legs. Notice the belly rise and fall with the breath. Notice the chest rising and falling. Be aware of the full length of the spine and the back resting on the mat. Notice the neck up to the head and the face. Be aware of the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the chin, the cheeks and the forehead. Be aware of the entire body resting on the mat just for a little while. Deepen your inhale and deepen your exhale. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe take a full body stretch. Maybe pull the knees into the chest and rock a little, side to side. As you are ready, pull your knees back into your chest and have a gentle rock side to side, and either gently push yourself or rock to a seated position, coming back to where we began. Tuning back in to yourself. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Enjoy your day.